Imagine being treated for weeks for what you thought was a UTI, but it turns out to be the need for a hysterectomy. And after you resign yourself to the fact that you're going to have this permanent surgery, you find out that you have cancer. That's my story. And you're not going to believe how it all unfolded. Hey, hey, season gang. It's the season lady coming back at you with another video that's a little bit more serious than some that I've done in the past. But I kind of wanted to share my cancer story with you guys. And I was just about to go in and wash this makeup off and get ready for bed, but I thought, my daughter and I were just having a conversation about it and how it feels like it was so long ago and all the things that transpired. I think at the time she was a freshman in high school and my baby had not yet started middle school, and we were just trying to navigate, life and all of those things. And I had just recently separated from my son's father, and I had just purchased my own home and moved into it. And to get slam dunked with, no, baby, you don't have a UTI. You have a fibroid tumor. It needs to be removed, and everything else may have to be removed along with it. And then wake up from that surgery only to find out that that fibroid tumor was cancerous. It was attached to my bladder, and I had to have a major surgery, and I would have to undergo several rounds of chemotherapy. That was my life in 2010. And it has transformed me into the person that I am today. Now it's 2025. I'm doing this video so you guys know that I'm a survivor. I made it. It was difficult, but I just want to talk to you guys and say that, number one, you have to be your own advocate. And if a doctor is telling you something that don't sound right to you, you need to keep finding a different doctor until you figure out what's going on. Now, I was very fortunate. I worked for the state of Florida. I had amazing insurance, and I could do what I needed to do to advocate for myself to get the care that I needed. And that's exactly what I did. So here we go. In 2010, I had what I thought was a reoccurring UTI. I kept going to my primary care physician. She kept giving me antibiotics to deal with it. And then as soon as those antibiotics wore off, the symptoms returned. I did that for several months. And I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers who said, a UTI is a urology sort of thing, and you need to see a urologist. Your primary care physician is not cutting it. So I made an appointment with this wonderful urologist who sent me to have a CT scan, determined that there was a tumor there that he thought was a fibroid tumor. And given, my age and that I was done having children, he thought the best thing to do would be to have the tumor removed. And if it was as large as he thought it was, it may require me to have a hysterectomy. Now, I had two children. One was a freshman in high school. The other one was getting ready to go to middle school. And I was done having kids, so I was okay with it. And so I decided, I've been with the state for almost 20 years. I never take any sick leave. I never take any time off. So I'm going to have this surgery. I'm going to take as much time off as I need, and I'm going to plan me some vacations and some trips and some things while I'm off. That was my plan. But God had a different plan. He had something different in store for me, and I was quite shocked and surprised when the day came that I had to deal with it. So I put my surgery off until January because I did not want to be recovering from a major surgery at Christmas time. So on January 10th, I went in to have my hysterectomy. Now, that surgery was supposed to last a couple of hours, and then I was going to recuperate and then off on my trips. I was going to go or doing the things that I had planned to do during my 6 or 8 week recovery. That was not how things turned out. When I woke up from surgery, I noticed that my children were there, and my first question was, why are my children here? Why aren't they in school? Instead of it being noon, it was actually 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and my surgery took much longer than we thought it would. Now, everything turned out to be just what it needed to be. I had the surgery. I spoke to my surgeon. He was a doctor that I had not met. His name is Dr. Steven DeCesar, and he saved my life. Anybody that's in the Pensacola, Florida area that's dealing with any type of female cancer of any sort, I recommend him 100%. He saved my life. In addition to the hysterectomy that I had, my cancerous tumor had attached itself to my bladder. And so part of my bladder had to be removed. So in addition to recovering from a hysterectomy, my bladder had to recover. Now, I don't know if many of you know this, but your organs can completely regenerate themselves in a 365-day period. And that's what had to happen for me. He had to remove the part of my bladder that the tumor was attached to, and I had to be very kind to my bladder for the next year and allow it to rejuvenate and to recreate itself so that it could serve the purpose that God made it serve. And to this day, my bladder is just fine and all is well. Like I said, I am making this video so you guys know that I made it. Now, I'm telling all of you this because I want you to know me and where my mindset came from. The one thing that I had spent my life being afraid of was cancer. Lord, please don't let me get cancer. Whatever you do, Lord, just please don't let me get cancer. And that's the one thing that ended up happening to me. Because I think that the good Lord had to show me that, first of all, nothing is too big for him. And second of all, there's nothing in this world that we need to be afraid of. And the things that we are afraid of are the things that will sometimes pop up on us and get us. So we have to reframe the way we think about things, because sometimes when you focus on something that you don't want, you will get it because that's the frequency that you're vibrating on. And that, my friend, is never a good thing. So in February, I started my 6 rounds of chemotherapy. All of my hair fell out. I lost my fingernails. There were a lot of things that went on, but at the end of the day, I had nothing but gratitude to still be alive and well on this earth. And that's my message to you guys. No matter how difficult things, you have to find the bright side. My goal was to live to get my children to the age of majority, to get them to adulthood. That's all I was focused on. And that meant I had to be around here in order to do it. They were my motivation. They were troopers through all of this. You know, I had a conversation with my daughter about it the other night, and I had no idea how terrified they were because I was trying to be strong. I was trying to be good. I was trying to be positive and be everything that I needed to be so that they didn't have to worry. But at the end of the day, the C word is very scary for everybody. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be scared. You can win. You can win any battle. Don't let anything deter you from fighting the good fight. Now, I have lost some friends to cancer. I have lost some friends to that horrible, horrible disease. And, you know, we all know that not everybody survives, but I did. God left me here for a reason. And I think that reason was to share my situations and my scenarios with you so that you know that you can make it too. So fast forward 15 years later, I am happy, healthy, and whole. My children are adults and living on their own and doing everything that I dreamed that they would do. But I had to go through that. And sometimes that means we have to go through things that are uncomfortable. That was indeed an uncomfortable situation. Chemotherapy is a nasty, nasty thing. Recovering from a major surgery like that is insane. You don't know how much you need your organs until they aren't working as they should be. Sometimes being uncomfortable is just what we have to go through. Life is not always going to be easy. There are going to be things that happen that aren't convenient, that are painful. And sometimes we just have to go through it. Don't say, why me? Say, why not me? Say, if I'm meant to go through this, I'm going to go through it with dignity and grace, and I'm going to come out on the other side. Find your motivation. Find what you need to keep going. My motivation was my children. Nobody could raise them the way I was going to raise them. Nobody could love them as much as I love them. So I had to keep on fighting. I had to keep on going. And I knew that God had something else for me to do. I knew it wasn't over for me. And it's not over for you either. So if you're going through some things, if there's something very serious that's going on, find your level of gratitude. If you need somebody to walk you through it or talk you through it, that's what the seasoned lady is here to do. That is my mission. That is my purpose, to motivate people and to help them get through what they need to get through. I had to struggle to find my purpose for a really long time, and I think that's it for this time. So, just a quick recap. Make sure that you advocate for yourself. If you don't feel well, don't ignore it. Go to the doctor. If that doctor says something, or if that doctor does something that you don't like or that you are not satisfied with, get a second opinion. Do what the doctor says to do and take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Prioritize that self-care. Prioritize taking care of you. You can't pour into someone else if your cup is empty. And, taking care of our bodies is something that's really important. Cancer was the one thing that I was scared to death of, and it didn't beat me. And there are a lot of other people out there that are survivors and that have gone through some similar situations. And I know that they are grateful to still be here as well. So if you're going through something, do what you need to do to take care of you, and don't worry about anybody else. If you have to lay down some ground rules for how you're going to recover and what you're going to do, feel free to do that. Do what you need to do to take care of you. So before I go to bed, go wash this makeup off and get ready for tomorrow. I just wanted to pop on and share this story with you. I was having a conversation with my daughter and thought, yeah, this is a perfect opportunity to share this with my seasoned gang and to try to give them a little bit of motivation. So when things are not going the way that you think they should go, or if you don't feel good, or if there's something going on, know that you can come out of it on the other side. It doesn't have to be something as serious as a cancer diagnosis. It's allergy seasons. If your allergies are acting up, just know that clear days are ahead. It doesn't have to be that serious. We just got to take care of ourselves and do what we need to do to live our best lives. So, please, please, please comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know some of the things that you've done to get through some difficult situations. I know that life is lifing for each and every one of us, but I feel like every day above ground is a good day, even if you don't feel your best. So I'm going to ask you guys to do what I always ask you to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep coming back. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to educate. I'm here to learn. I'm here to do all of these things, and I want to do it with my season gang. I want to do it with my tribe. So until the next time, I'm going to bid you all a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Toodles.